Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave, editing a video. They take forever. And I got distracted because I got a note saying I had another comment and on the unboxing that I did. And yep, it was another comment on this guy. Rosecraft Blades. This one was sent to me in that mail call from Texas. Texas. Everything's big in Texas, right? And I've seen them, I've heard about them, never had my grubbies on one. Do now. You know you got to do a review. Let's check it out. So, like I said, it's Rosecraft Blades. And to be honest, I've seen them on YouTube and when playing on the internet, and you know, guys like Thrifty Knifty and Tim School of Fish. I know he's a big Rosecraft guy, and you know, along comes Budget George, and he's like, "Ooh, I wish," and then boom, Texas comes through. You know, what do? Here I have it in my grubby, showed it to you. And the number of comments I got was like, really looking forward to a review on that Rosecraft. So here we are. We're going to look into it. First of all, I went online and looked. I don't know anything about them, and I went and looked them up, and surprisingly, they're pretty new. I think 2021 is when they went into business. They're out of Tennessee. A couple of names I recognize on there. I've heard the designers before. Now, they don't make the knife here in the USA. They do it outside the country, in all those places nobody likes to mention. Interestingly enough, in their about, I was reading about it, and they said they are planning on opening their plant here in the USA. Pretty good move. It'll certainly bring them out with all the other big guys. These guys are not big. They're new. They're brand new. But having looked at this guy, you know, they could do some stuff. Anyway, this one, and you can see the box is pretty cool. I do like the badge, logo, whatever it says. It says Rosecraft Blades, CR on it. We make knives for people who love knives. There's people that don't? Wait a minute. That can't be right. I went and had a look at them. I got this knife, like I said. And this one is, here we go. George and his pronunciations. This is a Rosecraft, I'm going to say Loosahatchie Jack. Okay. Model number RCTO10-YW. That's what it says on the box. You can see the box here. Actually, very nice box. They actually make it easy to get the knife out. So, getting the knife out, I got to say, when I first opened the box, here it is here. Look at this thing. Is that not a thing of beauty? Look at it. When I first looked at it, I thought, ho, Barlow, right? No, it's not a Barlow. You know, they had this big distinctive bolster here, and that my immediate thought was Barlow. It's not. Theoretically, a Barlow, the bolster has to be a third of the length of the closed knife. This one is probably a quarter. If you look, you got 1, 2, 3, quarter of it. So if it was a little bit bigger, it would have been a Barlow. However, it's pretty close. And of course, I had to go look. Do they have a Barlow? And yeah, they do. And it's a nice one. But more on that later. This one, like I said, got to remember the name on this guy, I suppose. The Loosahatchie. I hope that's right. You can see it here. Very nice. Single blade, big, huge, hulking clip on it. Look at that. I use the term clip loosely on this. You see the blade? It is a clip, but it's very saberish. So there's that. Deep body, very nice blade. It's got a lot of width on it, and we'll have a look at the specs later. First thing I noticed, it's a very clean knife. Now, when I say clean, if you run your hand along the handle here on the scale, going over to the bolster, around the top here, it's smooth. It's very smooth. It's really a well-made knife. It's beautiful. Look at this. Look at those liners. Look at that. Okay. Now, you got the big blade on the ricorsa, and you can see it here. It says Rosecraft. See that? On the other side, you're not going to want to see that, but they have a sticker that says China. So this one is obviously made for them in China, and it says D2 steel. Yeah, D2. It's tool steel. It's about, pretty good steel. So there's that. Most of these things that come out of China, the traditionals, all the guys. You got Marbles, you got Rough Rider. There's a bunch of them. They all use 440 type steel. Nothing wrong with it. Does the job. But this has D2 steel. It has a nail neck, and it's what I call the modern style nail neck. It has that straight look. I like that look. It's very cool. It has a very good look to it. And you can see here it has the false blade on the top. Now, I always refer to it as a false blade. There is the technical name for it. Same thing. And, I looked up about it, and some people said it's a steel saver. How much steel are you saving? Yeah. But it's a cool look. And the advantage to it is you can get a really pointy point. Look at this guy. It's very nice. Is it sharp? Don't know. We'll have to test that. But look at the handle. The wood on this handle is awesome. Look at that. Very nice. And it's got the shield, and you've got your pins. I looked it up. Their pins, the bolster, they say is steel. That's all they say. On a lot of the old, the true traditionals, they use nickel silver for a lot of that stuff. So this is steel, which is a jump up, a big jump up. But I can't get over how clean and smooth and well made this knife. Their quality control must be pretty good because it is sparklingly clean. There is nothing extra on it. There's no, you on a lot of them, you'll open it here and you can see the scratches when it's been opened. This is clean, very clean. And you saw there, yep, it has a half stop. And listen to this. Bam! That thing, it needs the half stop, right? I mean, that's pretty solid, okay? When it's open at the full, look at that. Healthy spring on this guy. Very healthy. I got to tell you, I'm impressed. Now, you all know me. I'm a Rough Rider, budget, Marbles, you name it. Anything under $30, I'm prepared to look at. Oh, by the way, the shield is steel as well. This is, I have to say, a very quality knife. I am truly impressed with this knife. Now, I've looked at cases and things like that, and, they're nice, they're well made, but this just seems nice and solid. I really like this. The scales or the skins or whatever you want to call them is yellow sandalwood. But look at it. It is very, very nice. Now, interestingly, I thought that was cool. At first, I thought they had put a liner underneath there, but it's not. It's just the wood is really dark, and it just happens that this is lighter on the other side. Another thing they said on their website was that what you see in the picture of their knife is not what you're going to get. And I was like, oh. And they said that the wood, maybe it'll look different. It'll be slightly different. It won't be the same, which means that all your knives are one-offs as far as the handles go. Everything else is the same. Like I said, they do their designing here in the US. And some of the names, there's, I can't think of them right now, but there's some names that I've seen before and they've come up, and I've looked. I looked through their website and looked at their knives, and you can see which designers they have. Their knives are very similar. You can look at a knife and go, oh, I know it. Skaggs, the young lady, she's designed some knives, and I've seen her knives. She also does some for them. They have a couple of different designers. So, but like I said, they're coming to the US. That's what they plan to do, is open a plant in the US. And I think that's a good idea. You know, I'm just worried about what it's going to do to the expense, because doing business in this country can get expensive. Look at this knife. Let's see if it's sharp. I need a piece of paper. We need a piece of paper. Let me dig in here. I got a piece of something. What is this? Before I cut it, who cares? Let's see. Well, obviously I did not sharpen this knife. Look at that. I just got a little. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Oh. Whoa. Is that not cool? Look at that. Wow. Very cool. I like that. And another thing you want to look at when, you look at get a new knife, you want to see how well it's sharpened, is if you look at where the angle comes in from the main blade to give you that edge. It should be at least consistent, the depth of it along there. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. From the factory, it's a production knife. Wow. But very good. Okay. So, I'm impressed with it. I got it as a gift. I would probably never own one because I'm a budget guy, which is a pity. What do you do? Let's have a look at some specs. So let's see how long it is closed. And we're looking at, it's a touch over 3.5 from there to there, 3.6 inches. Open, you're looking at, I'm going to say, no, it's just under 6.5 inches. So it's pretty cool. A good size, even for my nasty grubbies. I'm all palm. When I grab a knife, look at that. But my fingers are stubby. It feels good. It feels good. There's no jimping or anything like that on it. It does have a choil, D2 steel. You can't beat that. I wonder what the thickness is on this. Thickness on the blade. It's healthy. It's a nice healthy blade. It's not a little flimsy thing. The weight, 3.1 ounce. Not bad. It's got some weight to it. It's healthy. It's not heavy anything. Not going to be too heavy in your pocket. But one this big, I would want to slip with it, just because I like to make slips. No other reason. The thickness of the blade is 2.3 millimeters. A very nice knife. Sharp, comes sharp. Can we whittle with it? After all, that's why we own knives, right? We whittle. You ready? Let's see. Okay, I'm slicing this wood and you catching it? Man, it slipped right through there. Look at that. Look at this. See how clean it is? You notice I'm sweeping. It gives you a much cleaner cut when you do that, and this does. Look how thin that is. Let me show you. See that? That's cool. It's a cool thing. You can notch with this thing. This is a heavy blade. Wow. And it cuts. By the way, I said saber. They do say it's a clip. So it is a clip. To me, with that up and down, I always think of it as saber, scimitar. I don't know. But it's a clip. Like I said, I looked at the Barlow. I like that Barlow. This is pretty close. Very close. So there you go. Rosecraft Blades. Finally, I got to have one in my grubby. And yep, they did not disappoint. Very nice. I like this box, actually. Pretty cool box. The big question, how much does it cost? Well, I went to their website. That much. Yeah, it's double my budget. So there you are. You asked, I was interested. Rosecraft Blades. Now, I'll put all the information in the description below, a link to their site, and you can go and check it out. They have some nice stuff. Interestingly enough, they have modern traditional and traditional, plus other stuff. So it's a nice little look through there, and considering how young the company is, that's pretty good quality, I got to say. It's if I were to go and buy one of these, it would be my fancy knife. It wouldn't be one of my budgets. You all be safe out there, especially when you're doing the whittling thing. You saw how sharp that is. Got to be careful. Never cut towards yourself. Never cut down to. When you're cutting, if you're not sure, if you're being safe, whatever you're cutting, take it away. You're going towards or going to come into contact with you or anybody else, you're not safe. Just saying. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Hoping to be back soon. I said I would give you an update. Going to happen. I think I'm going to wait because I don't know enough to update you guys on what's going on. Everything's up in the air. I should know soon. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. I'm pretty sure.